short time. So those who have seen my wrap-ups will know that I've read a lot of books, but I don't make a ton of shorts on them because I only make shorts on books that I have things to say, something to tell you about. Or I really would, I'm not saying that I don't like them, but like I could sell them to you. So I'm going to talk about Come Fly the World, which is about the history of flight attendants in the US. And it's super fascinating because a ton of these women were highly educated women, but because of misogyny, they weren't allowed to get better positions. And it's about the history of flight attendants, how they started off, how they were trained, which was an intense training process, and it's still a tough training process. Their lives outside of working in the Air Force, and the fact that we're focusing on an international flight also means they worked with the military, and that meant they had to bring soldiers from the US to Vietnam and also bring them back, and the shock they had to experience with seeing these young men go from really happy and joyful to like kind of be broken. It's really fascinating. I would highly recommend reading it. There's a whole section of the book in which they describe the last flights from Vietnam, and they're bringing in babies. But yeah, that's the beautiful aspects of Come Fly to me. Come fly the world with. Come Fly the World. About that, the dirty parts of the Vietnam War that we don't think about, how that affected, like, civilian lives. There's a story in which one of the vet soldiers brings a baby, a premature baby, in a hat box. There's a whole story of how flight attendants took in an airplane full of babies. Hijacking, they described hijacking, which you don't think obviously as much because of the events after 9/11, but hijacking was still an issue in the first start of flights because there was no protocols, and especially in very dangerous countries, because they would go to dangerous countries and there was like conflicts and civil wars. So that's really fascinating how to describe it. The dangers these flight attendants place themselves in